Hi, I'm Andy and welcome to my channel about crypto. In today's video, I just want to give you a quick update on the situation in the NFT market and also talk about an interesting new upcoming project. So the crypto market overall has been going either sideways or actually going down in the recent days and weeks. Especially yesterday, Bitcoin dipped quite a bit, and of course that took the whole market with it. If we look at the price of ETH, well, that suffered a similar drop. But that's not necessarily a bad thing for NFT market, because as the price of ETH is going down, those who may be looking at the prices of NFTs in dollars rather than ETH, because well, they may not have already enough ETH to purchase them, well, for them it's a good thing, because essentially that means that NFTs are getting cheaper. So whenever crypto market is going down, it may potentially be a bullish sign for NFTs. And if we look at the volume on the OpenSea, actually, you can see that in the recent days, it's been doing really well. One of the reasons for that was the airdrop of the SOS token, which I will talk about in a minute, which probably was largely responsible for this spike here. But overall, the situation on the NFT market is actually pretty good. If we look at the monthly volume, well, December so far is pretty solid. Well, at the moment, it's third busiest month ever in terms of volume on the OpenSea. But as we still have a few days left, it will probably get to the second place, I imagine. And also, I think quite interesting is that actually this month has the highest ever number of monthly active traders on OpenSea. We are now currently around 340,000. So that overall shows that NFT market is picking up. But at the same time, we're not exactly in the same position we were in, let's say, late summer, where a lot of projects were very, very successful. Right now, we have much bigger volume of projects. And as a result, quite a lot of them are struggling with their launches. So you still have to be quite careful in terms of picking the right project, because even though the market for NFTs is picking up overall, it doesn't mean that every single project will perform well or even half decent. You can still lose a fair bit of money. One project I wanted to mention is Apocalyptic Apes, which I talked about, I think, in early December. And their mint was, I think, on the 15th of December, if I remember correctly. But even if you weren't whitelisted, you had few days to actually mint them during the public sale. And it looked like the project may not do that well because the public sale was going pretty slow. But as you can see, the floor price is half an ETH, and a couple of days ago they actually hit around 0.8 ETH, I think, floor price. So not that many YouTubers covered this project, and I was always quite bullish about it because I just really like the artwork. And I did say that before that, although yeah, it looks like another derivative of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, I thought the artwork here was actually pretty solid. And of course, well, the price is nowhere near Bored Ape Yacht Club or Mutant Ape Yacht Club, but it's still a very good performer. If you got 2 or 3 of those during the public sale, then well, you could easily get quite decent amount of money. The next project I want to mention is the one that needs no introduction, is the Dodge Pound. But the reason I want to talk about it is the fact that in the recent couple of weeks, the price has been really, really good. It's been oscillating somewhere between 1.5 and 1.7 ETH. And if you look at the past sales, it was selling for, well, as much as, I think floor price was around 3 ETH not that long ago. So if you're looking to get one of the blue chip NFTs, but something that's not outrageously expensive, things like Neo Tokyo or Mutant Ape Yacht Club and so on, this is probably your best option to get a cheap blue chip NFT, because at the moment you can get it for around 1.6 ETH, and it should quite easily double or maybe even triple in price once NFTs get back into proper bull market. And once we finally get Coinbase NFTs and so on, essentially once NFTs start becoming more mainstream, I think this price can go up massively. So it's definitely a good project to to get into. It's one of the strongest brands in the NFT space, and I think it's also one of the safest projects because, of course, NFTs in general are very risky. Even comparing to crypto, they're risky because the liquidity is much lower. So I think if you're looking at the project as a potentially longer term investment, something you would hold for a few months or potentially even longer, then you definitely want to get something that has really strong brand, because most stuff at the moment is just essentially for quick flipping, getting some profit and getting out of it, or at least de-risking part of your position if you're holding multiple NFTs of that particular kind. So I think this one is definitely a really good buy at this price point. And then last project I wanted to mention it's an upcoming project. It's Cryptobots, and as you can see, this particular project is actually done in collaboration with Ozzy Osbourne. Probably needs no introduction who Ozzy Osbourne is. So I think it's really interesting. I'm not entirely sure how it will do. As you can see, it's this pixel art type of stuff, which recently has not been that popular, but it has really big name behind it, which again may do really well, or it may not help it that much. It's really hard to predict, but I would definitely keep an eye on it. Their Discord launched only about, I think, 48 hours ago, and it's already close to 20,000 members. There are very little details at the moment. They're planning to do their sale, I think, in January next year, or certainly very early next year. There is no specific date set yet and no mint price. So very hard to predict which way it will go, but at the very least, I would keep an eye on it because it certainly has a potential to do really, really well. And then finally, I just want to mention the OpenDAO or SOS airdrop. You probably heard about it, but just in case if you haven't, essentially this was launched just a few days ago, and it's a completely free airdrop of SOS tokens, which you get as a reward essentially for trading on the OpenSea. So the more trades, the more volume you've done on the OpenSea, the more SOS tokens you will get, and then you can just sell them on Uniswap. It came in as a total surprise, essentially as a Christmas present, and initially the token was not performing that well, but then within 24 hours or so it went up like 10x or even more. So if you held it if you didn't sell it essentially straight away, straight after you were able to claim it, then you could get hundreds of thousands of pounds. Some people get hundreds of thousands. So if you haven't heard about it yet and you've done any trades at all on the OpenSea, then definitely check it out because you can probably get some money back. And also this one, Gasdown, literally just came out earlier today. And that's similar thing. It's an airdrop, which is based on your gas fees. So you just connect your MetaMask and you can see how many tokens you can claim. And basically the more you spend on gas, the more tokens you can get. So yeah, just wanted to mention both projects because some people may be wondering, are those websites legit? Is it safe to connect my wallet and so on? Yeah, it is. It's absolutely fine. They're 100% legit. And yeah, it's worth checking out how much you can get. The Gasdown at the moment, the token is not performing particularly well, so the amount probably won't be huge, but still it's worth checking out, especially if you've done a lot of trades and you spent a lot on crypto in the past. And SOS, well, that's been doing quite well. It dipped considerably as the whole crypto market, but there's still a pretty good chance that you can get a few $100s. So definitely worth checking both of them and getting some free money essentially. So that's it for today's video. Just wanted to give you a very quick update on the current market situation. I wanted to mention that Cryptobots project because I think it has a lot of potential and it's definitely worth checking out. Let's see closer to the launch date and once we have more detail to see how much potential it actually has, but definitely worth keeping an eye on it. And like I said earlier, Dodge Pound is definitely something worth checking out and potentially getting if you're after a blue chip NFT at not too high of a price. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.